Hello traders, this is TFXS. Welcome to TFX family, and I believe that guys you are doing great. All right, we are continuing with this full course of learning about the RENKO system and how the RENKO system becomes so easier when it comes to market analysis or when it comes to analyzing the market. It makes things easier for all trader, as I said, and especially when you're doing your chart analysis, especially price action to understand or to know where you should draw higher highs and higher lows or lower lows and lower highs. Sometimes it becomes so confusing because of candle noises. So these noises are the one that sometimes you don't know exactly where you should draw your high highs and your higher lows or lower lows and lower highs, because this is what sometimes you get. There is no exact what people can tell you that this is a higher low or this is lower low, because sometimes you wonder whether they are using just their naked eyes to to draw where the higher highs should be. All right, so I do believe that in this video also we are going to learn how easily it is to detect or to know where the change of character is. And the importance of this course, it is to help you understand the importance of using RENKO and why you should use RENKO to avoid those challenges that you have been facing years. All right. And another thing, it is the opportunity that you can get them, especially if you are using our system. Our system, yes, it generates the signals. If it is the manual signal, it generates the signal. And here we are learning about the manual because the EA will pick the trades automatically. But the manual, you are the one to pick to take the trades manually if you got the signal. The signal are generated by the system, but there is some of good opportunities that maybe they are going contrary to the market. All right, and we don't want to miss those opportunities. Yes, you can be waiting for signals, all right, in order to take the positions, but it is good to know that there is a lot of some of opportunity that you should not miss, and that's why we are learning this every course. So today we are going to learn about the change of character, how easily you can spot the change of character maybe in the middle of the market and know that we can at least jump for a sell. All right, so it is not a guesswork whether you can sell or now you can buy, but to understand why you should buy and why you should sell. We have seen a lot of time market changing in the middle of game. Yes, someone will say, oh, this is an order flow. We have learned about that. Sometimes people can change to make their point to be understood, but there is no need to change if the market has changed the character. If, let's say, for example, we have learned already, we have said if the change of character will happen when the market breaks your last higher low. If it was an uptrend, this is where you know is a change of character. Then if the market is going up and breaks your, let's say for example, this is again is your last higher high, then this will be the change of character again to be an uptrend. So we have seen this scenario sometimes when the market is ranging in the same area. People will call this a sideways market, but to be honest, the market can change the character to be a sell market, then market can reverse and again break our last high, then to continue to be a bullish continuation, all right, and fail to sell this market. So we'll have like two change of character in the same scenario. So this is why the RENKO is very important, because when it comes in, everything will be clear. So today we are going to analyze this market with gold and also with GBP, JPY or Great Britain pound versus Japanese yen. So let's start with let's start with gold. And remember, to use this system, it's very easy because you just click a RENKO file. So after picking the RENKO file, everything will be brought on board. So you don't think which template to pick. If you're using the RENKO, you just pick a RENKO file. That's easy. So allow me again to pick these GPP JPY. So let's start here with the gold. Why are we learning this market about the opportunities that are there? This is an uptrade, all right? This is an uptrade. This market is an uptrade, all right? And we have a sell here. Why am I saying it's an uptrade? Because we are coming from this low, and this is our high. When we came from this, our swing high here, the market was sell, but here the market is a buy market. Even you can see in this corner, it's telling you it's all about buying, because all in one order block, it's already here. So this is the language that I want you to understand about the system, and in order to get the opportunity that I'm talking about. All right, so follow closely, guys, in order to understand every details. So allow me to use this template that I saved here so that we can see every clear with this history of our all-in-one order block. All right. So this is it's a bullish market. We are coming from this swing low. So this is a bullish market. So now, then from there, we can see there is an opportunity of sell from this scenario. All right. So there is an opportunity of sell. So being a sell market here, are we going to miss this opportunity? All right, because here this buys, the system will generate this signal. These are the signal you are going to receive because they are going according to the direction of the market. But here something happened, and now we have a sell signal in the middle of the market. Again, let me remind you here. Let's say, for example, this was our last higher low. All right, this was our last higher low. This is high, this is a high, this is a higher low. Then the market came and break this area. So this area was broken, and this, it's a good change of character. But you can see we have a buy, a signal here from all in one order block. Then you can check this is an uptrend because we are coming from this area. This is what I'm telling you guys, that something can happen in the middle of the game. Instead of market to continue buying, then this market starts selling. All right, and we have a change of character at this point. Then from there, you'll be surprised again after having this change of character, because surely this is a higher low. This is the change of character. You can be surprised this market, it can continue. Again, it can break our last higher high, and then again, that will be a bullish continuation, all right? And in other words, again, this is a change of character, again, from selling to buy. So this is why I'm telling people, don't just make your whatever to be understood. If this was your last high and the rules say if the last high is broken, that is the change of character. And if your rules say also the lower high when is broken, then that is the change of character. We should accept that because this is market. Again, changing this and saying this is order flow, my friend, then you'll miss the point. And this is where many people get confused, because sometimes they don't understand now which one is order flow, which one is ABCD, because what people try to explain, it is the history. All right, it is the history, and it is very easy to make people understand through history. But when they come into a reality, what the market is, or the real market now, things change. And this is why people can follow something, can follow some strategy, but still fails. And this is why I'm advising people RENKO is the master of all. So this is a buy thing. But let us analyze about this sell that happened in the middle of the market. All right. So let's go back to our gold at this point. All right. And let's mark, first of all, when this happened. This happened from This sale happened from 23rd. Now, again, when we go to this area, we'll find that this is our date 23rd. All right. And the RENKO gives us a clear sale. Now, let's not forget we were learning about the change of character. All right, and we are going to see in this scenario how the change of character happened. In our candle chart here, we can learn and see that the market broke our last higher low, and this is the change of character. But we want to see the detections of a RENKO that detected that there will be a change of character here, so that we can see these buys will be generated by the EA. But now this is where you get the opportunity to sell at least this strong pullback. Let me call it pullback, even though it has the change of character. So the best thing with the RENKO will alert you about this sell here, because you can jump to your candle and see candle chart and see we have all in one order block that has already indicated a sell. So what we are going to check on our RENKO chart, it is to check the change of character. So when you are using the RENKO system, especially our RENKO system, we have two ways of the change of character. So it is very different with the candle ones, or the ones we used to learn about the SMC. So when it comes to RENKO system, it has two ways of changing the character. So the changing character, number one, it is the one that everyone knows. We all know that now with the system, this zero, yellow zero here, circled one here, indicates higher highs. So if it's a down trade, it indicates lower lows. So if it is an up trade, this is the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if it is a down trade, for example, then again our dotted here will indicate lower highs and lower low. Lower low and lower highs. So don't forget about that, because that's how you learn the easiest way with this system about what, when, or where is my higher high and higher low, or lower low and lower high. So keep that in mind, that if it's a down trade, the dotted becomes a lower high. So the dotted is a lower high, and the circled here, it is a lower low. So lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All right. So if it is an up trade, again, it is the other way round. So the circled here will be now a higher high. So from lower low to higher high, lower low, higher high. So don't forget that when the market changes the direction. So this, again, the dotted here now, instead of lower high, now here it will become higher low. All right. So this is a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher lows. So that's how you should understand. The system gives you things plainly. All right. So let's go back now and learn about the change of character. Two ways of change of a character. The one we know, it is this one. If our last higher low will be broken, now that is the change of character. But in this system, you can see we are already alerted here on date 23rd, after seeing we have the all-in-one order block at that point. Then we have it now on the 21, the alert of the change of character. So this is the first dotted here. It is the change of character. It is the signal that we are going to have a change of character. All right. So when you see this, what are we waiting? So the change of character, number one, all right? We all know it is when it will break our higher highs, our higher low, sorry, if it was an up trade. So let's take this into this point. So the change character number one, we are going to learn in this video, it is when if the market will break or will take out the last higher high, this point. You check on your left because this one is on your left and this one is on your left. Why are we going to count this? It is because we already have the signal alert here, this dotted, that it is now going to be a sell market. So remember, we are not going to sell with the first one. We are going to sell with the second one. Not this one. It's only for alerting you that we're going to have a strong signal or we're going to have the change of character. So we are not going to sell with the first one. We are going to sell with the second one. And don't forget, the buyers one, like this one and this one, the signal, the system is going to give or send the alerts because it's still a bullish market. So if it is a bullish market, we are going to receive a signal because it's a signal generator. So we are going to we are learning about how to catch up these signals that are going against the market. All right. So why are we going to pick this one? Because here we have two change of character. If it breaks our last higher low, that is the change of character. And if also it's going to break our last higher high at this point, again, we are going to count that as a change of character. Why? Let me take you back into history and back this area. Let me change this color so that we can see it correctly. So let me put it a yellow color. So this area here we are seeing is our last higher high before the market create another higher high here as a change of character or alerting as the change of character will happen. I want you to see this area was tested severally. So it is, first thing, it is a strong zone. This is why if it has been broken, then this tells you that the market can sell because it has broken the strong zone. Why do we know that it is a strong zone? Because you can see this is the first retest. You can see then the market reversed until this point. Let's go back. You can see the zone here. All right. This is the same zone. Market came to reverse here and again went back there, drop, but it is still in the same zone. So when this zone is severally or many times tested by the RENKO, we know that that is a strong area. So that's why you should trust this signal that breaks the last higher highs in order to know that there will be a change of character because you have already been given this dotted. Then we're expecting if the market will reverse and give us another trend maker at this point, then we can sell this market without fear. So remember, we are selling now because we are selling against the market. All right, because it's a bullish market, now we are selling against the market. That is the best thing about this system. Then from there, you can see we don't have yet the other trade maker for this buy continuation. So this means that this sell can continue dropping, but we are going to wait because as you can see here on our candle chart, we already have all in all order block. But don't forget, we already have the change of character here. This is why the system, when we go to RENKO, we still don't have a clear buy signal because we still have this valid, the change of character to sell. So this market can reverse to change to this order block here, then this market can drop. So if this market goes up, let's say for example, and give us another trend maker at this area, then we can sell that market automatically because that one will be the retest, all right, will be the retest of this order block that can be here. So we are going to sell that, but we cannot sell if we don't have another sell order block here. So we will wait the system if it will give us another sell here. All right, if it will give us another sell here, and remember this is a buy market, so if it gives us another sell here, and since we have the change of character at this point, then again we can sell if we have a trade maker. So it is simple as that we can ride this. You can see you can have a fast signal, then after retest again taken another signal. Why do we sell this signal? So now, as a continuation, we can see it has taken out this low, all right? Sorry, this low at this point. After taking out this low, then if the market again reverse, then again we can sell that market, because this market can come to this point and it can continue going up. But since it has taken out our first pullback that gives us this signal, because of this broke BOS, this is now what we call a BOS. Don't forget, you can follow the video, all right? The last video, you can learn about this BOS. So if it has taken out our lower low, because this is a lower low, if the lower low is broken, then that is a BOS, break of structure. So after this break of structure, we are waiting for the market to come down and reverse. The moment it will give us another trade make at this point, again we can sell. And as you can see, the system is very easy, because after confirming this sale, we wait for this market to drop down. You can see it has closed our moving average. This is where we are selling. We are going to wait for the market to close at least, all right, at least with this magenta order block. After it has closed with the sell magenta, then we can sell. So these are all confirmation. We have confirmation of our trend maker, moving average, and again the order blocks, the bricks, sorry. Then we can sell from there. After confirming the system, when it has, it will start giving us a lot of a lower low with this circled or this zero. So after seeing this yellow circled, again, we can exit that market. But the good thing with this system, after you have taken that sell, automatically you don't have to worry about to close the market. The EA will take charge of everything. So after taking this sell, relax. Don't worry about anything where the market is going. The system will take care of that. So it is the work of the system after detecting the with this yellow circled golden circled, sorry, then it will it's a yellow, not a golden, it's a yellow. It will close the market automatically. So your work here, it is to place buy or sell whenever you have the signal. So it is simple as that. So guys, let's go now to a GPP USD so that you can GPP JPY, sorry, so that you can understand the break of structure too. Remember, this is now a down trade. All right, because in gold, we have done an up trade. So we are going to see the second one with this up trade. All right, because here it is a down trade, but we can see we can ride also a buy trade, because we can see we have all in one order blocks here, a buy, a signal. So we have learned with the first one that if the first, let's go back here and relate everything here. We have learned that this zone, it's very strong. So if the market was up trade and then reverse and break our last high at this point, then that is a change of character. And it is not the change of character if we don't have this RENKO order block at the trend maker at this point. So the trend maker must be the first one to signal a sell. All right, so let's go to a change of character number 2. So the change of character number 2, it is when the market, remember what we said, it is when the market breaks let's say, for example, let me put it here. All right, let me set it here instead of here so that you can understand it correctly if we are going up. The second change of character, it is when the market breaks, all right, the last higher, this is a down trade. I want you to understand that, because this was in gold was up trade. So this is down trade to up trade. For the gold was, all right, remember, the gold was from up trade to down trade. And here we learn if it can break the first high at this point on your left, then that is the change of character. The change of character number 2, it is when it breaks the last lower high. This is the lower high. So this is when we can say there is a change of a character. Are you getting the point? Now, how do we know that it has broken the last the lower high? The lower highs here, we can see already the system has indicated where the lower highs is. So if we go to this channel and we find that we have all in one order block saying it is a buy signal, because here we can see we have a buy, the buy went to this area, we got another sell. Sell drop, we got another buy. Are you getting the point? So we can only buy this market on our RENKO chart if we have this buy order block. And remember, according to the signal, the way they are generated, it's so professional because let's say, for example, it is a buy market, all right? It is a buy market like here. We have this order block here. This is a detection of order block. So the system must wait this reversal to come to this area, then it can give us a buy. So the moment it has given us another buy here, order block, then the system will wait for the market to reverse in order to give us a good buy on our RENKO. It must wait this market to reverse. Now, at this point here, we are seeing there is like a confusion of the market because the market is consolidating. And this is why we have the buy. Before waiting for the market to reverse to this area, the second signal was already sent for sell. So this means the RENKO system, you would have not received a buy signal from the RENKO because we were waiting for this market to reverse so that in our RENKO system or in our RENKO chart can give us a buy signal like this buy. But this buy never existed because at this point, we have another sell signal. So the only buy that existed, it is this one because we don't have another sell signal. So this is why here we have a sell alert. All right, you can see how, because how this market is consolidating, and because we have a sell here, we should be looking for sell on our RENKO chart. Since we have a buy here, we should be looking for a buy on our RENKO chart. But the moment this buy came in, when we are waiting to buy on our RENKO chart, if you get this sell signal again, then you don't have to rely on this buy. So this buy, it's invalid as long as we have a latest sell. So we can sell if we can see, we can find the change of character on our RENKO chart. Then again, we have another buy here. So this buy is now valid, not this sell. But the moment if you haven't get the good setup for a buy on our RENKO chart, all right, then this buy, it's valid. But if another sell comes in here, a sell alert, then this buy becomes invalid. So you should remember that. So this is now our last buy. So this means all these are now invalid. The valid signal is here. So this is where people get confused when the market is consolidating or ranging. But remember what I told you. When people are training others on history, it is very easy to understand, but practically it is very hard because when we come to this market, we don't know whether this market will range or this market will continue with the buy movement. But by history, we can see and we can make our point here. It is a buy from this area. There is a buy, a good buy movement. But to be honest, being in the market currently, at that moment, you can't tell where this market will go, whether it will be a consolidating market, but by the history, we can see a clear buy. So someone can make a good, clear point because of what we are seeing, because everyone can see that. And this is why it is easy even in a trading view, because someone can cut from here, then again, you can play and see what is happening and make a point clear. But do we really know that the market will consolidate or the market will range when we are in the market? No. So this is why this system comes in, because there is a buy here. Then because of that consolidation again, it will give another sell. Then we don't have a clear buy. So all we were waiting on our system, it is the change of character from where? By breaking our last higher low. Hope you are getting the point here. A lower high, sorry. By breaking this lower high, the only signal now we can buy here, it is this. Why? Because market did not break any lower high. This is the only lower high. And remember, the lower high should have the dotted. So don't get confused and say, oh, it has broken this high. This is not the high. This is just a consolidation that we are seeing in the market. This is the inside the market. This is just internal structures, and the market is consolidating on our RENKO chart. So this is why it is very important to stick into the rules, because this is our last lower high. Are you getting the point? This is our last lower high. So if the lower high, remember we are talking about now the change of character too. If the lower high, it is broken or taken out, we are waiting now the market to reverse and give us our trend maker. Then this is our entry point for buy, because the market has already broken that area. We have the golden brick already that indicates a buy signal. So at that point, we can buy at this area. We wait only for the golden break to close, and we have this. Everything is confirmed. We have broken our last lower high. Then boom, that's a good buy. So after taking buy, you don't have to worry about anything, because the EA will take care of everything. This is why it's a signal generator with the EA. All right, guys, I hope you're understanding everything step by step. All right. Now, let me go back a little while to remind you that this signal here, it is a down trade. All right. So we are going to trade against this market. So we have learned about the change of character one. That's according to the change of character one, this is our signal. So let's go back again, because someone maybe has already forgotten. Oh, so we don't have any signal here. No, remember what we learned earlier. So let's go back to our first signal, opposite of what we learned there on our in our gold. This was our last higher high. So the opposite of this is a lower low. So here we learn, if the higher high was broken, all right, then that can be, and we have already, we have the signal of trend maker here that alerting us sell. Then this pullback, first pullback here, because this one, it has already broken, then this first pullback, we can sell that market. So the opposite of that, it is what we are going to see here. This is our last lower low. And the lower low here was already broken at this point, and we have a signal alert. This is the first one, the first trade maker, it is the signal alert. So this signal alert now, it is the one that alerts us that now we can buy this market. We can go now against this market. Hope you are getting the point now, because this is the downtrend. We are coming from this swing high. So now we haven't reached into our swing low, but there is a strong pullback here. So how will we know that we can now buy this market? And this is why now we are going to rely with this buy again, all right, after this pullback of this sell. Are you getting the point? The only thing now we are going to buy this market, it is because we have alert, all right? We have a signal alert. Let's go back here. We have a signal alert here of a trend maker that we can now prepare ourselves to ride this market against the market. So the rule still stick the same. We wait for the market to break this lower low, and we can see it was already broken to this point. So the pullback that will give us another trade maker, this is our entry point. So this point here will be our entry point. Oh my, hope you are getting everything correctly, guys, because this is what I want you to learn about, the opportunity that you can ride inside inside the system or with the system. Because let's say, for example, if this is a sell market, you will be receiving the alerts to sell. But now we can see we can ride a good or a strong pullback. So this is why we are seeing here, we have already broken this, our last lower low. So this is a change of character 2 or change of character 1. So again, after this pullback, if it gives us another trade maker, this is a good signal to tell us now we can buy this market after waiting the market, the bricks, after waiting the bricks to change the color at this zone. Then again, after this one has closed the price with this golden, the second one open price of this brick, then we can take that buy. Then from there, the EA knows where to set the stop loss according to the risk ratio. If you are risking to 1% or 2% of your account, that is where the stop loss will be placed. All right. Then from there to take profit, that is the work of the system. All right, guys, I do believe you are understanding everything into details, but we'll continue sharing another video to analyze together until these things are synced into your mind. This is why we're saying you can learn and earn at the same time, because now we are learning how to catch up those strong or reversals inside the market when we are still waiting for the system to give us a sell signal, because the system generates the signal. This is the best thing about the manual, because you know the EA cannot buy that, cannot buy this, because it goes with the direction of the market. So what we are learning here, it is the opportunities that are there that you can catch up with them to trade even against the market using the RENKO system. Let me tell you and assure you, you cannot miss those opportunities. So all you need, it is to be a loyal a client, to be a subscribe and maintain in this channel, because you are going to learn a lot and get the system with a very, very affordable price. So remember, this system, it's a signal generator. It generates signals. So for those people who want to employ themselves to be a full-time traders, are the one that I'm training. And if you follow these videos closely, trust me, you'll be a full-time and a professional trader, and you won't struggle with what is happening on your candle chart. So I do believe, guys, we are going to learn a lot. And for today, let's get a comma from there. And thank you so much, guys. And once again, welcome to TFX family. Thank you.